It's 2023, and I'm currently learning how to play X-Men vs Street Fighter.
X-Men versus Street Fighter!
Why now? Because I never grew up with this game. But I did grow up with Marvel Vs Capcom. I played them in arcades, at home. I love these games. Even when Disney was doing all it could to ruin it, I still have fun with these games. However, as someone who grew up in the 2000s, even at the rare arcades, I never saw this game. In fact, I didn't even know this was the first one until around 2008 when looking into info on Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. To be honest, I thought Marvel vs. Capcom was the first one. It was the first one I saw in arcades, and it's the one that I played probably the most. At least in arcades, but that's a story for next time. It's pretty insane to me that this happened. Not the crossover itself, but the fact that there was a time where not only was Marvel so desperate for money and recognition that they let Capcom make a Marvel fighting game, but that they then let them reuse those sprites for a crossover with a fighting game people were probably playing instead. It's even more insane to me how fantastic it works. Even for the first game in a franchise that improved more and more, it didn't. This game still plays fantastic, and the reason it plays so well is because this is actually Street Fighter Alpha with X-Men, which means this is actually Darkstalkers but with X-Men. Now, while it's not bad at all that this game is just Street Fighter, I'm bad at Street Fighter, and when I lose it makes me cry and piss my pants. You stand no chance, fool. I have discovered the ultimate strategy. Ah! So this game for me doesn't scratch that versus game itch like future games would. But as its own Street Fighter, I'm still pretty into it. You won't see me doing any strange or crazy combos or infinites or anything like that, as I'm as casual gets. But it's still super fast and fluid, and even though I can't do any combos myself, the speed and sound design make it feel like I'm not complete gutter trash. I'm still complete gutter trash, but look at how much fun I'm having. I think it's the alpha blood in its veins, but hitting people in this game is insane, and it sounds like you're hitting them with a truck. Even small punches hit like a freight train. That means that the super moves are all the more fun to use, since not only are they great finishers, but you can get some really funny pressure off of it. It creates an incredibly fun game. Idiot! I think something that's been lost with modern fighters is the opening animations for super attacks. I don't have a huge issue. They look fantastic and still pause the action for the big impact that's about to happen. Look at stuff like Deadpool's and MVC3 or any of the super attacks from Dragon Ball FighterZ. But in the classic sprite-based games like this, instead of a zoom in, it's just a short flash. A split second for the game to pause and for you to say, "Oh no, oh no!"
Hell yeah.
Now, when you're talking Capcom arcade games, the first thing any genius level person will talk about is the music. No matter what, these games were out to grab your attention. So they made sure the music was loud and bombastic and that you'd remember it long after you walked away from the machine. Probably because it was blasting so fucking loud, like, oh my god. And what's so cool about it is how dynamic it is. In a game like Street Fighter 2, it'd play a character theme or stage theme throughout the fight, which is cool and all, but in this game, the music changes with the fight. This is something that these games do so well. If one of your characters gets knocked out, you'll have a normal second or two to get yourself ready to play again. But during that second, there is just complete silence. It's still awesome to me because it's like the game itself is bracing for your daring comeback, which you probably won't make because you suck at the video game like me. Everyone knows the indisputable fact that a fighting game is nothing without its functions. And man, this game has some good functions. Despite the small roster, there's definitely some winners in here. Cyclops is fun because I can annoy my friends with his beam attacks, but if they get close, I can hit them with this awesome looking uppercut that also has a beam that never hits. Unless, of course, I'm playing with my man Torp, in which the beam always hits 100% of the time. Yes! I hit you with the extra beam! Oh my god, you suck so bad! I'm bad at Street Fighter, so of course I play Ryu a lot. He's the same as always, and I love him for it. I think in a game with as many options as this, something simple and easy is very welcome. Then there's Sabretooth. I love playing him.
Oh shit. Damn! Got me good.
Give me my coat. He's huge, and his attacks have a ton of range and damage, and he zips around. And then he has this kick that's really pathetic. Like, why is he kicking like that?
What the fuck is this? What is this?
Passing out after that fucking kick.
Then you got my man Torp, who plays Chun-Li and Rogue, and he kept kissing me over and over, just like in real life. And I will say Rogue is really cool. The fact that whether you're playing X-Men or Street Fighter characters, she can still steal a move from you. And that's really cool design for me personally, considering that these are reused sprite.
Wait, why do you get one of those?
Because I'm Rogue.
Oh, you're fucking Rogue, and she's a fucking fraud.
No matter what, though, the arcade mode just absolutely fucking kicks my ass. I have no idea if it's me, but it feels like everything I do gets fucking punished with full combos by the CPUs. I recorded myself playing the story mode for some extra footage, and I got absolutely annihilated. Quick update, I actually went through the arcade mode again, had a great time, beat it decently easily, except for the final battle against your teammate. And I have to say, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the final battle against Apocalypse, even though he has a move that drains half of your HP when you're blocking. It was a good time. I honestly can say that I recommend it. What the real gem here is the multiplayer, which goes without saying. It's a fighting game. Of course, it's better with friends. But I will say, with an older arcade game like this, you get a lot of really good laughs and yells like your kids playing it for the first time, at least in my experience.
Why won't he come out? Cyclops is on a fucking union break.
I had never played this game, as I mentioned, but my friend Torp, it had been around 15 years since he last touched it. So we were just laughing and just having a great time. This game is over 25 years old, and yet it still has that infectious want to play more games until you realize that it's been 4 hours and you need to go to work. The game is a lot of fun. It's definitely aged better than a lot of older fighting game debuts, which is mostly because this was Capcom at its arcade prime. And even though this game is still fun, it's only a small fraction of what it actually created with its next game. And this one I can get into. That's right. Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter. Wait.